Does this look familiar to you? Then rest assured you're in the right place. Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. If you're anything like me, you have struggled with the Nameless Puppet. I'm a relatively average gamer, but I love Souls games, I love Souls-likes, and I've loved Lies of P. Being honest, most of the game I didn't find too challenging, but the Nameless Puppet just kicks it up to the extreme. So I've been looking for the most reliable, best method to take him down, and it is a little cheesy. I will come out and say that it is a little cheesy, but if you're struggling like I was, this will work. Right, so let's take a look at the build we're going to use here. First of all, we're going to want 30 vitality. I find that to be a good sweet spot. You can do it with less. Anything 15 or above is enough to avoid his one-shots, but I find 30 to be a good spot. 25 vigor, 17 capacity, and 40 technique. Motivity and advance we don't need to bother with for this build. Looking at our equipment, the weapon we're going to be using today is the Live Puppet's Axe Blade in the Master Chef's knife handle, plus 10. This weapon, specifically the Fable art of this weapon, is absolutely broken, and it is going to help us wreck the Nameless Puppet. Legion arm, doesn't matter, we're not going to be using it here. The amulets. First of all, we're going to want the Carrier's Amulet plus 1. It's going to increase our weight limit. The blue Guardsmanship Amulet, not 100% necessary, but it is nice for that extra HP and stamina. The Patience Amulet for our stamina recovery. And the Arm of God, which is going to increase our physical damage after each successful attack. In terms of defensive parts, just the best parts you can equip while still maintaining a quick roll. In terms of our P-Organ upgrades, we're going to want to upgrade our Fable Arts damage. I believe there are two different ones we can upgrade for the damage. We're going to want to take both of those. We're also going to want to upgrade the amount of consumables we can carry and the amount of throwables we can carry. So I thought I'd give us a quick look at our P-Organ upgrades, just so you can see exactly what we're working with here. Very important, add to our Fable slots. It's going to increase the maximum number of charged Fable slots. Enhance our Fable Arts, which is going to increase the damage of our Fable attacks. There's the other enhanced Fable Arts. Again, it's going to increase our attacks. Of course, we want to add to our amulet slots, and any one where we can increase pulse cells we're going to want to take. Increase the cube uses. We may or may not need this, but it is nice as sort of a Hail Mary, if you like, for recovering health. We want to increase our consumable possession limit. It's going to allow us to carry more Fable Catalysts, which is essential for this build. There's the other tier of the increase the consumables. Enhance the Fable Catalyst effects. This is going to make it so we get more bang out of a buck from our Fable Catalyst, which again is essential. We're going to increase the throwing object possession limits, because that's going to come in handy as well. And also we want to max out this one to give us more special grindstone uses. Feel free to play around with this as you like, but the ones that do increase the Fable Arts and the consumable limits, I would say, are essential. Right, so with that said, let's get to it. So, here we go. Right off the bat, guys, what I would recommend doing, this boss is 2 phases. So for the first phase, use your weapon of choice. The reason for this is we want to maximise how many Fable Arts we have for that second phase, as it's much more difficult. You shouldn't have too much trouble with the first phase. In terms of throwables, thermite bombs are great, the batteries are great as well. So with that said, let's get into it.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son.
So with the first phase, it is much easier. He's much slower, not as aggressive. So you shouldn't have too much trouble using your weapon of choice. And as I say, that is purely to maximise the Fable Arts that we have available for that second phase. even though I just used the Fable art there. Pretty well so far.
I know you have gone astray.
This is death.
Troublesome little puppet.
Yeah, with enough practice with this first phase, you shouldn't have too much trouble.
Is not for you, but for Carlo. No fun.
Backing away, keeping my distance, using my throwables, using my charge heavy attack.
I'll make you into a real human myself.
And this is very much a case, guys, of do as I say, not as I do. You want to save those Fable arts as much as possible. We're in the second phase now. Let's switch over to our weapon. Now he's much more aggressive. Hits harder, as we can see here. Now a lot of these attacks, you're actually better off dodging into him rather than away. So you can see they would just use our grindstone. We want to use the electric grindstone for this. Now when he does that attack, when he rushes forward, that's actually a great time to get off our Fable art there. And as you can see, this Fable art does a significant amount of damage, especially when we can get all three off at the same time. So just keep charged up with our catalyst. This isn't a perfect run by any means, guys, but we will get the job done. Thanks to that Fable art. Utilise our throwables as much as possible here. Make sure we stay topped up. There we have it. A heavy attack to finish him off, and there we go, guys, all done. And there we go, guys, that's the Nameless Puppet down and out. I'm not going to lie, before I respec to do this build, I was ripping my hair out with this boss. I found it very, very difficult and quite unfair in a lot of aspects. So if you found this guide useful, please like. I am a brand new channel, but I am planning on releasing much more content around gaming, Souls-likes, primarily Souls-likes, Souls games. I'm a massive fan of those. I'm planning to do many more guides like you've seen today, and let's plays, that kind of thing. So if that's of interest to you, please subscribe. Another thing I wanted to mention about the Nameless Puppet is, from defeating him, we can get this amulet here, the Piercing Hatred amulet, which is a fantastic amulet, grants us immunity to all status ailments, which is going to be fantastic for subsequent New Game Plus runs. And also, you've got to defeat the puppet for the good ending, and you know, who wants the bad ending, right? Yeah, so with that being said, thank you very much for your time. I hope you found this useful.